one person who's known for traveling across the continent and showcasing the beautiful African culture, unfortunately had an altercation sort of with the immigration service at the Ghana-Togo border. Take a look at Wode Maya trying to save his camera just because he refused to pay bribe to have his passport stamped. Take a look.
Beautiful story of who we are, that we can continue blaming colonialists for all we want, but they've been gone for so long. We need to wake up and smell the coffee. Thank you. We need to wake up. All this seemingly kind of handcuff things that we are doing business in against ourselves. It's depressing, really. Truly depressing. Look, I'm willing to break a few protocols speaking the way I'm doing because it's dear to my heart. I'm a member of the committee that ECOWAS has set up to look at the reparation of stolen goods of Africa. And we had a meeting in Benin. And I went as a guest of ECOWAS. You have no idea. Even as guest of ECOWAS, I thought that we could do better. And we can't do better. The excuses are too much. When they all go and sit down in ECOWAS on our behalf, I expect them to do better than they are doing. I expect our leaders, our presidents, I expect all of you to do better than you're doing. You owe it to us as your citizens, and we are demanding that you do right by us. Pure and simple. Pure and simple.
Thank you for this.
Oh, yes. You
because
have to get down,
I've been advocating for, free movement on Africa for quite a long time.
Look at Europe. Look at Europe. Look at America.
Borderless.
Can you imagine?
51 countries.
And here, just because I speak a different foreign language, what the language that binds 4 countries, Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria, the language that binds us is Ava. There are people who speak my language in Nigeria. So they are members of the committee that ECOWAS AU has set up. And currently, I am the interim chair of the EVA Commission. The EVA Commission has 4 countries in it. And all of us have that common language. Why the heck should the foreign language matter? Just because I can't speak French, they have to terrorize me and make me feel so bad. And just because they can't speak English, we have to terrorize them and make them...
And that video has already garnered over 250,000 views on YouTube. It was posted some 2 days ago. It also went viral on Twitter, especially with people sharing their experiences and also bringing up Wode Maya for bringing to light what happens at these borders every time people have to cross. Well, he joins us in the studio this morning. Good morning.
Ni hao. Ni hao, ma.
I know, right? You're so funny with your YouTube videos.
It started with the Chinese, so he was doing it in China. So.
No, I only speak Chinese and Fanti. I'm a Fanti boy, so.
So English, Fanti, Chinese.
Yeah.
If there's any other language you'd want to learn, which one would it be? French.
Right now, because of my border experiences, I want to learn French.
Tell us, so were you just going on a trip to Togo? What really started all of this?
So my goal is to travel every African country. My goal is to bridge the gap between Africans because I realize that we don't know ourselves. So Togo, I've been to Togo before, but I was going to Benin, which is my country number 26 in Africa.
Oh, okay.
And I have to use, it was my first time driving, and I got to Togo border, realized that there was so many people there waiting to pay money just to enter Togo. It's like they have the ECOWAS passport, but they're requesting that these people pay them an amount of 2,000 before they stamp their passport.
Okay.
I did what I did.
2,000 cedis?
No, 2,000 franc, which when you convert, it's more like 40 to 50 cedis. But at the end of the day, I did what I did because of the vulnerable people that I saw, that they were pleading that, oh, I want to see my family member in Togo. I don't have 2,000 franc. So I felt like, you know what, I have the platform. I went there, I thought maybe it would be different for me, but when I got there, she said, you know what, if you don't give me 2,000 franc, I'm not stamping.
This 2,000 franc, is it legal to collect it? Are they mandated to collect, or this is just bribe they're collecting on the side?
This is mandatory for them, but it's not like you have to get a receipt for that. It's like a bribery. So it's like by force. If you don't give us the 2,000, we are not stamping your passport.
So everybody who passes through that border has to pay 50 cedis?
Every single day. So even people are paying more than that.
Why would they have to pay more?
I mean, you want to go to Togo, so if you don't pay, I mean, driving all the way from Accra to Aflao, do you want to go back?
I just want to understand what type of documentation was required of you, and was that not enough to warrant another 50 cedis from you?
We had everything. They told us to...
What was it? What did you have to present?
So you need to have your passport, which is the ECOWAS passport. You need to have the international driver license, which we had it. We need to have something called laissez-passer. Laissez-passer, which we had it. They were requesting for a brown ECOWAS insurance. We had all of that because I had immigration friends in Ghana that I always call so that I don't get myself into trouble. I got all these documents, and when I got there, they were like, you know what? Without the 2,000 franc, you're not going. This is before you cross the border from Ghana to Togo? So after Ghana, you have to, after all your documentation in Ghana, you have to go to the Togo side. Yeah. When I got there, I gave them my passport. Into Togo. Okay. And they were telling me that if you don't pay, you are not stamping your passport.
Even after checking all those documentations that you had, which was intact?
I don't know. It's so sad. This is not the first time I've been through this. I mean, I was even lucky because I had my crew around, so everybody was alert. Wouldn't have gotten the shots. But I've been to countries that I was slapped. What? Yeah. I was.
So other African countries?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so this is not just a Ghana-Togo thing?
No.
Wait.
Like,
slapped for what?
I was slapped in Gambia just because as an ECOWAS, having an ECOWAS passport, they're still requesting us to pay money before we enter. And we were like, we don't have money. We stayed at the border from, let's say, 3 o'clock to 10 p.m.
7 hours?
Yeah, because we didn't have the money that time.
7 hours?
How much were they asking for?
They kept you for $50.
Like if you came all the way from, because we were coming from Senegal to Gambia. They kept, I've documented most of this.
$50 per person?
$50 per person, and we're like 4 people.
Did they tell you what the money was for?
Bribery.
What do you mean bribery?
See, I mean, this is the problem that we have on the continent. I mean, traveling in Africa is difficult. I just came back from Davos, Switzerland. I had a Schengen visa. I was in Paris, I was in Amsterdam, I was in Switzerland with just one visa. I can't do that in Africa.
You didn't have to pay anything to anybody at the border,
And I can't do that because going to Congo, we spend $250 per visa for an African. Each person, $250.
Wait, sorry, $250 to Congo?
To Congo.
An African country?
An African country.
For the visa?
For the visa.
Visa on arrival or processed in Ghana?
You have to process the visa in Ghana. And we've documented all these things. It's not like, I'm even shocked that people just got to know this because I've been advocating for free movement for Africans for quite a long time. But I sometimes get sad when African leaders come together and say that they're going to meet in Ethiopia to discuss about the future of Africa, knowing that these problems are just everyday problems.
Yeah, but they don't go through that. They are diplomats, so they don't get heckled at these entries, at these ports of entries when they get there.
But they know. Are you trying to tell me that they don't know that these are the problems that Africans are facing moving within their own continent?
Okay, Wode, so this part, what exactly was happening? If we can bring the video back, please, producers. What was happening at this point?
So, even at this point, I was not recording. So I have a small camera that I travel with. So I had my camera in my hand. I was just trying to tell people what really happened. So they saw me with the camera, and they wanted to take the camera from me. You see, so all the immigration officers, all of them, they
wanted to take your camera.
They want the camera.
So those people around you are all immigration officers?
No, so those around me are people that are also
travelers.
stuck.
Okay.
That they don't have the 2,000.
This lady with the blonde hair?
She's an African American.
Okay.
So what was she doing?
She was also going to Benin.
So she was preventing the people from heckling you?
Exactly.
And you guys were going to the Voodoo Festival.
We're going to the Voodoo Festival in Wode. Yeah.
But how did Dzifa come in? Was she at the port?
Dzifa was just doing, she was just touring around the routine check at that flower
And she happened to be there on the spot?
Yeah. She was
your savior that day?
No.
What happened? So what happened? How did she come in?
No, so what I did was I just met her and then I asked her a question. I think she didn't even know who I was.
No, after going through this process, so you paid?
No. This is after meeting Dzifa. That's when I went through those processes.
That was when it happened?
Yeah. Dzifa was just at the border before even starting my whole process. But she told me that, I asked her, why do we have all these documentations trying to move within Africans? She's like, you know what, just go to Benin and come back and we'll have this conversation. Because even her as a minister, she struggled to go to Benin. How much more than ordinary African like us?
Were they able to seize your camera?
No.
They weren't.
I won't allow you. I won't allow you because, you know, they are scared of cameras. By the way, if you go to borders, they are really scared of cameras. So my team were there. So all of us had our cameras in our hands. So if you take my camera, you can't take my camera, guys.
Yeah, because everybody.
So even with this, we did a whole lot of negotiation telling us that we should not release this footage. So you know what we did was like, I just dropped the card. I just dropped the card, and my camera guy brought another card, and we inserted it.
Just for them to think that you've deleted
So
the
they
video.
thought I
well, don't give out your trade secrets just yet because you're watching. They'll probably know your trade.
No, I mean, I want things to change. You know, I really want things to change because Africa is a beautiful place, and I want to see more Africans traveling within Africa.
How were you able to cross eventually? Did you have to pay the money?
We didn't pay.
You didn't pay.
No.
So
yeah, how did they let you
through?
Now with my camera negotiation, like, okay, delete the footage.
Okay.
And we'll let you pass.
Okay.
So we just gave them a
So
new
was
card.
it just you or the entire entourage that you were with?
Everybody. So
How many were you?
So when I got there were over 30 African Americans. They're already stuck at the border. And other people. So I had to just use my platform to let them pass.
So you were not even originally with them?
No.
You were alone?
I just met them. So
these African Americans were stuck there because of these 42 cities?
So what even connected us was that these people came to Ghana because of me.
Oh.
They moved to Ghana because of me. So when they saw me there, they were like, you're telling us to come back to Ghana, explore our own country, and look at what is happening to us. So I just felt like I need to come in to support or help them cross the border.
So why were they stuck there? Because they also refused to pay the money?
Yeah. They have the ECOWAS, the Ghana card.
Yes.
They also have their passport, and they're still telling them to pay the money.
Did you have the chance to speak to any official at all over there? What did they tell you?
See, it's sad because I think I even met an immigration officer from Ghana.
Okay.
And then he told me that, Maya, what happens in Ghana stays in Ghana. We can't even do anything when it comes to the Togo side. So it's like, whatever happens to Togo happens in Ghana too, because the Togolese that we also have as friends.
So it's vice versa.
When they are coming to Ghana,
it's
they
the
face
same
exactly
thing
the same problem. So it's not like it's just Togo only, but Ghana also do the same thing.
I think my experiences have shown that, especially at border crossings where you have a barrier in languages, it tends to happen. The French usually will pretend, especially when they know that you don't speak French. That's when they will stick to the French, even when they can, because it is inconceivable that the French will post a personnel at a border crossing with an English-speaking country who doesn't speak any other language except French. So they deliberately do that. So the question then is, have you experienced elsewhere across the continent where we have English, French, and where some of these things, they still insist that La Parelle in there? Because I've had that experience between the Benin semi-border before, the Nigerian border called semi-border.
I think it's not just French. And,
it happens between English too.
English. It's like, I travel, see, I was deported in Zambia, which is an English-speaking country.
Why?
Yeah, I think I've watched that video. Yeah.
Because they're telling me that with your camera, you are here to spy on us. Zambia. Uganda. They said I went to spy on the president. Who am I to go to spy on the president? We're also deported from Uganda. You know, I was in Zambia vlogging, and then I was told that, hey, why is it that on your cameras we don't see zebras, we don't see giraffes, but we're seeing buildings? You're like a threat. That's when we were arrested, we were taken to the police station and all of that, until what saved me was the policeman there was a fan. He's like, I watch your videos, what are you doing here? I'm like, yo, your people arrested me, and it is what it is. So I think in Africa, it's more like self-hate. We hate ourselves, we don't love ourselves that much, and it's sad. It's not just French and English, it happens everywhere.
Is this ever going to be fixed?
It can only be fixed if we have leaders that think about their people.
You don't think they do?
No, not at all.
Wode, let me ask you, so with all these experiences, bitter experiences, in your own right, what have you been able to do? Written to anybody in government, spoken to anybody officially about this? Because there are 54 countries in Africa. You've done 28, correct?
Yeah,
so there's a lot more to go. So it means this will continue. Have you been able to meet anybody at all, talk to anybody?
See, it's sad that even the bureaucracy is trying to meet a leader.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
Wow.
Because
You've tried.
I have to say this. I mean, I'm on TV, and I believe that the people are going to see this video live. I mean, I've been trying to even... I've seen the diasporans moving back to Ghana because of my videos. And when they come, some of them being scammed and all of that. I've been trying to, I mean, even meet the president of Ghana to just let him know that, yeah, the people that they are telling to come back home, there should be a system that is going to support these people that are coming back. See, I've been trying for ages.
For how long?
Oh, even last year I gave up.
So you see the likes of McMill and all these American stars come into the country, and within days they have the audience of the president, shaking hands, taking pictures and all that.
I have tried. Like I said, I don't need anything from anyone. All I want is to see the ordinary African getting what they want. I mean, we need to fight for the vulnerable people. So I just requested, like, you see, I meet people telling me that, hey, Maya, I'm here because of you. What other system can we put in place to make sure that these people that are moving to the country are living their best life? By the end of the day, you try all you can because your father is not in politics, your uncle is not the president of the country.
On a daily basis.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I gave up personally.
But how do you feel when all these other people come in within days, they have access to the president, and you don't?
We embrace foreigners more than our own. It's simple as that. And I don't complain. It's part of life. You know, I don't.
You
complain.
have a voice. You should complain.
Well,
I complain about things that really matters to people, not really matters to me.
If the president gets in touch with you now and gives you audience, would you go and meet him?
Of course, why not?
Well, you said you had given up as at last year. That's
no, I gave up because I think people. I know they know what I'm talking about. I actually gave up because all I wanted to know is like the people that are coming, what's happening, what's going on, you know. But I tried all I can.
I think from today we'll make some positive inroads. TV gets results.
Yeah,
the reason I'm sure we are having this conversation. So be prepared to meet the president. Just make sure you don't go in shorts and t-shirts.
Let me ask you this question. So there was a tweet out there. And there were a few people who were complaining about your outlook and the fact that, yes, you've talked about the fact that this is your brand, but your brand has grown so much, and they're saying enough of the slippers, enough of looking, you know, shabby in clothes.
On our set.
Try and look the part. What do you say?
For me, I always tell people, it's the value I bring on board.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the impact I make in a society. I have over 100 people in Kumasi that are going for free education because of me. Oh. I have university students that I paid, like this January, I've paid a lot of school fees, right? I think I do things that really matters, not physical appearance. You know what I mean? People are telling me you wear slippers. I've been wearing slippers. Even when I was in the village, I never had slippers. Where I was born, I never had slippers.
So this is more like a privilege to you.
This is me. I mean, I don't know. Like, this is who I am.
So what do you do when you go to countries that are cold?
I wear my shoes. I used to live in China. So let me even tell you guys the story behind the way I dress. I had a friend whose father was a millionaire. I did a video about wigs. The father owned that factory. Okay. This guy was a rich man. First day, my friend told me that I wanted to meet my father. I went, the father was at the gate, wearing his shorts, his t-shirt, and his slippers. I was like, okay.
The billionaire father.
The billionaire father. I passed him, went to the administration.
Did you even know he was the one?
I didn't know he was the one. I went there, started saying hello to all the administrators that are wearing suits and all of that. I thought like these are probably the father will be in there. I got there. I was like, "Where's your dad?" It's like, "You just passed my dad."
Charlie, I'm removing my things.
No. So for me, I don't want to look rich, but I want to create wealth. I want to impact in people's life. It's not about what you can talk as much as you want, but I'm just doing my thing. I'm not seeing anyone. Like, I was with President Kufuor in his house. I was wearing my shorts. We were like having a good time. But, you know, in Africa, we've made it seem like, okay, wearing suits. When the time, I'm a pastor's son, by the way.
Oh.
I grew up wearing, like, let's say when my father became, you know, when he had the money and all that. We were wearing suits every day, but I had not even one city in my pocket. There are people in town that are faking it. I'm not going to fake my life. This is who I am.
So we shouldn't complain that McMill wore shorts, you know, basketball shorts and t-shirts to meet the person?
Is that the way McMill dresses even if he's in America? Or is this because he's meeting the president decided to dress this way? The consistency is what matters.
Okay.
Because everywhere you see me, my brand, you see that this is like
African.
This is me.
Yeah.
You know, you don't expect me to change because I'm gonna. No,
I've seen a picture of your wife with the president.
Yeah,
on
my
your
wife with the-
Instagram page. I mean, you're talking about the fact that you've tried to meet the president so many times
Wow.
and you've been unsuccessful.
She did her own research.
But I see it, and I'm sorry, I should have sent it to the team. But if you go on Wode Maya's Instagram page, there's a picture of the president shaking his wife's hands, and you could see that there was clearly an introduction that was being
Yeah.
made.
Where was this picture
Where was
taken?
this?
So this is the U.S. Africa Summit. I was actually invited by YouTube.
Here in Ghana?
No,
No,
it's
no,
happened in
that
the
was
Washington.
also-
No,
oh,
Washington.
okay.
But I didn't go, so I made because
So this is it. This is the picture.
So this wasn't in Ghana.
this was not in Ghana. This was in the
Okay.
U.S. And the man in the picture is an American billionaire that I featured on my channel.
Oh, so he introduced. Said, "Oh, hi, say hello to
yeah,
your
even
president."
the man was in Ghana, and I don't want to say certain things, but I know.
It was difficult getting.
I
So this handshake still could not lead you to
so,
meet
no,
the
no, no, no.
president.
Wasn't even
So for
invited.
now, like let's say if I want to meet the president for now, maybe probably it's gonna
It's
be
not possible.
it's possible, right?
could
but
be possible.
because of the people that I know around the president.
Right.
But that is not the reason why I want to meet the president.